Hello, children. It is I, on life support Cappy here, using the phone instead of the internet, being forced into the world of the young who use their phone for everything. So we have a request, and if you have a request, you can go to assholeconsulting.com, where I and my crippled internet ass will inevitably get to your questions. So, he's one of my people. I don't know him personally, but I knew he was one of my people because the request he sent in, which I can't look up on the phone and record on the video at the same time, he says, "Will you do a video on both?" Because, like me, he noticed that I will get the under 35s coming in and saying, "Cappy, should I wipe my ass or brush my teeth?" And the people born before 1985 would say, well, you really ought to do both. I don't know if both has been lost on the younger generations or what, but I think people who use the word or, they give me two options. They say, should I X or Y? And or is a very lazy word used by very lazy people because it basically tells you, well, I don't want to do too much work. But it's not so much like, oh, should I wipe my ass or eat or brush my teeth or whatever it was? All three you should do. But it's something like, should I work part-time or go to college? You should do both. Should I work at my job and put in an extra 10 hours a week, or should I go to the gym with that extra 10 hours a week? You should do both. And the reason I advocate both is not only is it necessary a lot of times in life to do both things, like should I pay my bills and go see the doctor? Yes. But you are not going to achieve any kind of success beyond what the average American has achieved if you don't get this concept of both down. And just so you know, it's not like we're talking what Americans in the 1950s achieved. We're not talking those high grade, kicking ass, global dominator type of Americans. We're talking your modern day wandering buffalo in Walmart, little crybabies crying for a student loan bailout, who, even though having master's degrees, didn't know how compound interest level work. Boomers, 2/3 of which don't have enough money to retire. That is the average life you can expect to have if you don't understand and start implementing this concept of both in life. Because if you just do one thing, congratulations, you live in paycheck to paycheck, you're never out of debt, you're going to die in debt, you'll never have any freedom, you'll be one of the, I can see the or people out here. So it's tourism season in South Dakota. And you could tell the people who just did one thing and not both, because this is their one time in South Dakota. This is the one time they got Mom and Pa are going to get in their Boomer RV, and you can tell it's their first and only time they're ever going to do it. They've been saving this for their entire lives. They've been waiting to go to the Sturgis Rally or Mount Rushmore, whatever it is, because they don't give a shit about people on the road. They will literally stop. I saw it today. They will literally stop in the middle of the road to look at an antelope. I don't care. This has been my dream. Screw everybody else. Those are the people who didn't do both. Those are the people who, well, I worked as a secretary, and then I raised my children, and I was thinking about going back to school for accounting, but I just went back to being a secretary because it was really hard. She didn't do both, and now she's this fat sow that I saw over in Walmart. Her needs a lift up to get into the RV, and her husband, Herschel, or whatever his name is, drives real slow, and oh, look, a buffalo pulling over. That's your life. That's the people who don't do both. And this concept, like, especially when it comes to school, and as the younger, which of course obviously is the disproportionate percentage of my clients, but you got to balance school, work, or money, and then the pursuit of the opposite sex. Should I go to the gym, or should I go to college, or should I get a job? Well, you got to do all, which is like super both. So, I mean, I don't want to throw too many concepts to you, but sometimes there are even, can you believe there are people who do all? And let me show you. I hate paying compliments, but did you look at Old Man Rollo? Old Man Rollo does all. He writes. I still think he works in the booze marketing thing. But he at one time he was writing, he was podcasting, he plays in his band. He also goes to the gym. He does it all. And oh my God, by golly, look at Big Titted Molly. Do you know Rollo is successful? Like in pretty much everything he does. I mean, he's not going to go platinum with his band, but he's enjoying and he's playing in a band. And you one trick ponies come in like, well, I went to college. I was a really good student. I'm a good student. I'm a really good student. Like, I have student loan debt. I need a student loan bailout. Why don't you go work? Whoa. How do I get out of debt? Oh, you morons. There's only one. There's two ways, but the one way, the quickest way, is you got your daytime job, right? Well, then you work another one. Nighttime job, you moonlight, bartend, Uber, whatever. And then the second thing is you spend less than you make. But I don't want to take away your consumerist, materialistic life philosophy of Americans. But you got to do both. And until you learn to do both or all, your life is guaranteed to be at best average in a world of below average idiots in America. You're going to have a mediocre life. It's going to be boring. And then you're going to sit there, oh, how come all those people got more money? They benefited unfairly. They did both. You did one. And none of you did all. Not a single one of you did all. And so just so you know, like don't come up to me. Well, you can. I don't mind if you do. You're paying for it. The classic barfing out of my life story. You know, I'm 23. Should I get a job? Go back to college? Or start hitting the gym? All. You do all, and there will be, and there hasn't been a request I got. Sometimes I'll get 5 options. I say, you're going to do 1, 3, 4, and part of 5. I was looking for I thought I could just go to school and then work 40 hours a week, and then the girl with big tits and red hair would suck my peen. Then I'd make the money and get the girl. No, that's all category. So there you go. See you guys later, Toodles.